Hola, Jenny. All right. Thank you for getting the essay correction. That's great. And hopefully we can get you on that master's course. And hopefully you'll have some success in February. So let's have a look. I'm guessing by your example, your name, hablas castellano, but that doesn't matter. But it will help me a little bit because I worked with Spanish speakers before when I lived in Spain. So let's have a look. Sometimes it's invasive, intrusive to the country. Okay. In some countries, international marketing is considered to be as a form. It's considered a form. Okay. Google Docs is going to slowly considered to be considered a form, considered to be, yeah, that's fine. Considered to be a form of invasion and intrusion. Okay, good start. However, others believe this is something that is needed and an economical kind of education that can also contribute to spread ideas, or to the spread of ideas, or to spread ideas. Language and culture. I would go for to spread ideas, language and culture. But be careful. We're taking it directly from the question. So what could we say? To spread innovation, I don't know, linguistic norms and cultural activities or behavior, just to change the words so we get points. Because if we use words from the question, we're not going to pick up points. Doing it this way, we can pick up points and show the examiners our lexical resource. From my perspective, I believe that although international marketing can be seen as an intrusion and a threat to the traditions and culture, the overall outcome is positive. It can have a positive impact on the economy of any country. What's the problem here? Repetition. Beneficial, prosperous, mutually beneficial. Okay, so there's different ways we can say it, but overall, grammatically, it's accurate. That's fantastic. We're on topic. That's fantastic. We've clearly shown our view. That's fantastic. But we've got this repetition, which isn't fantastic. Because repetition will, as I said before, you're not going to pick up points for words that you've either seen from the question or that you keep on repeating. So we missed an opportunity there to slightly boost our score as regards to lexical resource. A lot is very basic. Okay, it's it's one of the first phrases we learn when we learn a language. A lot, very few, not many. So we could say numerous, considerable amount of companies. Okay, there's richer ways to describe a lot. A lot of companies focus on international marketing with the desire to increase their income and international recognition. But we can never use contractions. Be very, very careful. Okay, contractions will cost you points. So do not do that. That's not the literary standard for academic writing. But do not take into consideration the traditions, values, and culture of every single country. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, this is what I love doing, Jenny. Here we're improving. Okay, and we can go from do, don't to do not, because we never use contractions. But even better, we could say, but fail to take, and we can use a negative verb, but fail to take into consideration. This way we're saying the same, but it's just a little bit easier to read, and it's more advanced using a negative verb rather than a negative construction, because, as I said before, negative constructions are one of the first things we learn when we are learning English, and we want to advance. We want to go further than using the first things we've learned. Probably want to go for the latest things we've learned, as they're going to be the most sophisticated. Anyway, for instance, comma. If a company decides to advertise propaganda promoting Halloween in a country that is mainly Catholic, it will probably have a negative perception among its customers, as they would feel that the company is attacking their beliefs. Not bad, not bad. Okay, in the Sentence Guide online course, we have a sentence now. It says, therefore, this clearly shows. And we just restate our points. We show the examiner we know how to construct a coherent paragraph, which will help us obviously with cohesion and coherence. And it just tidies it up. Okay. And also we've got a module all about giving more factual, more sophisticated examples that will help you score points higher. Okay. Also word choice. Propaganda usually has a political aspect to it, so be careful. We can say advertise. Okay, if a company decides to advertise promoting Halloween in a country. That's probably fine, okay? Or to advertise in media promoting Halloween. That's another way to say it, okay? But ideally, we have a real-world example. For example, in Colombia, when Coca-Cola advertised Halloween, there was outrage because of this pagan festival, okay? But good. It's great to see that we're on topic with task response. It just needed developing a little bit further. On the other hand, nowadays with international marketing and globalization, companies have the opportunity to promote their products outside. Outside where? Outside of the house? Outside of the kitchen? Okay? Abroad, I think is the term. And I guess in Spanish you'd have said fuera, which would have been okay. But we can't use it in English, which has had a positive impact on the economy. For example, nowadays, thanks to international marketing, Juan Valdez Coffee has become one of the most important coffee companies in the world. It has helped Colombia not only supporting economic growth, but also spreading the coffee culture globally. Beautiful. That's the type of example we want. Real world one, specific. We can still improve it, but it's good. And then we add thus. It is clear that, international marketing, what could we say instead of international? Global media campaigns. Therefore, it is clear global media campaigns can considerably strengthen both the receiving country and the sending country economically and culturally. Full stop. Something like that. Okay. In conclusion, I believe international marketing has many positive, has numerous, has a considerable positive impact, has, okay, such as improving the economy and spreading culture. That's a bit weak. Spreading, because also it's a bit contradictory of what we said before about Halloween. Spreading positive aspects of other countries' culture, possibly. Okay. However, in order to succeed, it should consider traditions and values of every country before developing a particular strategy. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Right. As you can visually see, our introduction is probably as long as our body paragraphs, which is a shame because we're going to pick up most of the points with the body paragraphs. In the online course, we focus on the body paragraphs. We've got a structure, and with your writing skill and learning the literary academic standard, we can definitely probably get you to a 7, 6.5. I wouldn't go as far as saying a 7.5, but I definitely think a 7 is within reach. And if you get the full course, not only are you going to get a $50 discount coupon in your inbox soon, but if you join in the next 48 hours, we'll give you 2 essay corrections free, so you get 10 essay corrections free. 10 essay corrections in total, 8 paid for. And what happens, Jenny, is that you watch some modules, send in your work, we give you feedback like this, we tell you what you need to focus on, you go back, watch some more modules, incorporate what you've learned, remember the feedback we gave you, review your essay, write it, review it, send it to us, and this is how we enact, or this is how we encourage the feedback loop improvement cycle. Okay, so have a look at your inbox for those special offers coming through. Okay, the graph chart depicts the worldwide quantity sales of iOS devices versus Android for 2018. Beautiful stat. Overall, the selling of iOS devices increased more than a half between January and December. Beautiful. Whereas, good, Android devices increased to a lesser extent. In terms of iOS devices, the highest global sales were in March. I saw that in your note to us as well. You've got your exam in February, not on February. In March, May, and August. Beautiful. Whereas the sales for Android devices were higher in January, November, and December. Again, Spanish speaker error, I believe. Furthermore, the month with the most significant difference of sales between the two devices was in May. Difference of sales, yeah, on is fine there. When sales of iOS is significantly higher than sales of Android. Beautiful. Academic task 1 is largely under control. So this is great. This is great. Prepositions, obviously. Maybe more attention to typos, but be careful though. This is where extra feedback would be good, because up until here, we've got it under control. We could incorporate slightly more advanced structures to help you consolidate that 7 if that's what you're going for. But we wouldn't include this because this is when we've got two sides of an argument. On the one hand or on the other hand. Okay? And we're not arguing anything. We're merely reporting it in academic task 1. So we could say conversely, or furthermore, probably conversely. Yeah. Conversely, the lowest sales for iOS devices were in February, May, and June, whereas for Android devices, the months were January, April, and June. Beautiful, beautiful. Over the months with the least differences in sales for both devices were September and October. Full stop. Okay, not bad, but there are a few elements we could incorporate into this to improve it even further. Also, I would strongly recommend having a look at Close FR. Put that into Google, okay? And you can practice articles, you can practice prepositions. It's a little bit boring, but maybe just doing 20 minutes a day will help you improve. Also, I would review the rules on the use of prepositions, especially prepositions of time. Okay, so Jenny, you got your exam coming up in February. We would love to guide you and help you get that band 7 or higher if that's what you're aiming for. I'm assuming it's a 7 if you're going for a uni course. If you've got any questions, let us know. Keep an eye on your inbox. And remember, if you join in the next 48 hours, we can give you 2 essay corrections for free, and you'll get a $50 discount coupon as well. So, all the best, and I wish you a very, very prosperous 2021. Take care.